Hey guys, it's your favorite rogue tank, back at it again. I'm so glad you guys could join me. In this video, we'll be talking about the most useful professions for rogue tanking. Right out of the gate, I'd like to point out the most useful profession is the one that produces the most gold, which will depend on each individual realm. Gold is an unbelievably powerful tool that will help you obtain powerful potions, bind on equipped gear, and even bind on pick-up gear. If you manage to get into a GDKP raid, which is a raid where the looting distribution system is based on who bids with the highest amount of gold for a certain item. But let's put aside the topic of gold making professions. We'll assume you're looking at advantages that purely originate from professions themselves, meaning those advantages disappear when you abandon the profession. Luckily, there is one profession that yields unique benefits over the others: engineering. The first notable item from engineering is Gnomish Battle Chicken. What's so appealing about this trinket is that you can activate this trinket and replace it with another trinket, and the chicken will still stay by your side. The reason we want this chicken by our side to begin with is because it has a very low chance on each auto attack it performs to trigger Battle Squawk, which bolsters the melee attack speed of everyone in the party. Also, there's nothing stopping other players in the party from performing this trick as well, if they have engineering, to increase the odds of getting Battle Squawk for the group. The next item of notable value is Goblin Sapper Charge, which is useful to generate instant threat when dealing with a large amount of mobs. However, be careful you don't use this item near targets that are being crowd controlled to avoid any problems. I should also mention that Goblin Sapper Charge puts other explosives on a 1-minute cooldown. But Goblin Sapper Charge itself has a 5-minute cooldown, meaning that in an average boss length fight, you are looking to use no more than one Goblin Sapper Charge and however many regular explosives you can fit in. One of these regular explosives that I suggest is Dark Iron Bomb from, you guessed it, engineering. But Dark Iron Bomb will require you to stand still and a 1-second casting time. Although I said to use these explosives for AoE purposes, there's honestly no reason not to use them for single target situations as well. Just be aware that these explosives excel the most in terms of AoE threat generation. The next item is Field Repair Bot 74A. This little guy will repair not only your gear, but the gear of other people as well. Since we, as tanks, are constantly getting hit by creatures, this means our gear is constantly getting damaged, and it requires repairing more often than others. Also, the simple offering to help others repair their gear is a very kind gesture in itself, which will help how you are perceived by others. You want to be painted in the most positive light possible. The next item falls a bit more on the situational side of things. Ultra Flash Shadow Reflector is great against bosses that perform shadow related spells. An example is Ebon Rock in Blackwing Lair. To give you an example of how good this trinket is in terms of passive shadow resistance, the next best trinket is a green trinket, Ward of the Elements, which is a measly 8 shadow resistance. Meaning, the upgrade from Ward to Ultra is a whopping 12 shadow resistance. Once you acquire Ultra, nothing else out there in the game beats it. And lastly is Masterwork Target Dummy, which will cause all targets in a 10-yard range to get aggroed by the dummy and start attacking it. This is great for AoE tanking in terms of generating a solid amount of threat on each mob before the dummy finally dies and the mobs target you, because of the threat you've been establishing on them while they were attacking the dummy. It can also be used in single target situations. If you're noticing someone is about to pull aggro off of you, you can use the dummy to induce more threat on the mob while the mob is being distracted attacking the dummy. This will grant you also a few seconds of breathing room to assess the situation and see how you can move forward. Perhaps you need to use an item to deal more threat, what have you. So, all in all, I suggest having one profession for the purpose of generating large amounts of gold, and the engineering profession. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for me. I hope you guys liked the video, I liked making it. Be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember to keep it fresh and exciting out there, and I'll catch you next time.